What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about basic sheep and goat care as far as feeding, minerals, worming, and newborns. Is that all is concerned? Oh, and trimming feet. Whenever it comes to worming, I use injectable Cydectin. I also will use the Pour-On. I'll get to that in a minute. Valvazin and Quest Plus. Now, I know what you're thinking about the Pour-On. That's for cattle. It is for cattle. However, this is just my experience with the stuff. I've had a couple other friends that use it as well. I will only give them up to a 200, right there, as you can see, 220 pounds. That's as much as I'll give them for a goat. I've never given it to a sheep. However, you can either give it externally by putting it on the back like you normally would, or you can also give them that down their throat internally. If they're extremely poor and wormy, you can't seem to figure out what the problem is, that will clean them out like nothing else. However, as soon as you get done with that, within a week or two, you're going to need to start giving them some probiotics, because that will kill everything in their gut. I do not recommend you worm with that every 3 weeks. That's another thing. You need to worm your sheep or goat every 3 weeks. You can get away with them if they're dry lotted once a month, which every 4 weeks or so, but try to stay on that routine. Now with this Quest Plus, it's for horses. I tend to give this to more of my show type animals that are in the barn year round. I'll give them 1 to 2 cc's depending on how big they are, in a syringe just like that. The normal injectable Cydectin, depending on how big the animal is, I'll give them 8 cc's for a larger doe, ranging from about 100 to 150 pounds. A smaller goat, I'd give them probably 5 to 6. I wouldn't give them any less than 4. If you're a little worried, I'd give them 4. You can give it to them either in the armpit or in their rear. It needs to go in the muscle. You need to make sure that you actually get the needle in them instead of you just sticking the needle in them and the worm will all come out. A lot of times, depending on the goat or sheep, they will either scream or holler. Just depends on the sheep or goat's pain tolerance. Don't ask me why. Some animals act fine, other goats not so much. Valvazin, whatever you want to call it, I give 8 cc's to a larger doe, just like I said before, 5 to 6 for a smaller type goat. That is wormer. Now, whenever it comes to does who have babies or babies themselves when they're newborn, I give them 2 squirts of the NutriDrench. Now, sheep and goat, it's different. Don't give sheep goat NutriDrench. However, you can give the goat sheep NutriDrench. There's just a little bit too much copper in the goat to give to the sheep. Also, as soon as your doe kids or your ewe lambs, worm them within a week to 14 days, because that same chemical in their brain that tells them to start producing milk and lactate also causes that animal's worm eggs that are inside of it to hatch. That is proven, that is tested. That's why a lot of does get wormy after they lamb or kid, which is why you need to worm them. Otherwise, they can get passed on to the babies, and it's a lot harder to get a baby to come back when they're wormy than it is a doe. Also, lambs and goats both, our soil is a little bit low in selenium. I say selenium. Give them the recommended dosage for that for a newborn lamb or kid. That's whenever their legs are real bendy, they don't really have their feet under them, but they really want to go. That's what you need to give them. Feet. As far as hoof trimming, I like to stay on a once a month type deal, 1 to 2 months. It depends on what I'm doing, because whenever you feed that animal grain, their feet are going to grow faster as opposed to if they're out on pasture eating grass, brush, browse, all that stuff. Also, an animal that is dry lotted or in a barn mostly year round, their feet are going to be harder. You need to remember that. It's going to be a little bit harder to be trimming the goat or sheep's feet as opposed to an animal that's staying out in the lot more. So, that's about it. If you guys want me to do a demonstration on worming or anything like that, or trimming feet, or messing with the newborns, you let me know. I am going to disclose, I am not a vet. This is what I do. This is what works for me. Ask your vet if you're a little bit concerned about something, or if you have any questions, you can message me. Like I said, I have a Facebook page. I'm not going to give out my phone number on here, but if you want my phone number, message me on my Facebook. But yeah, guys, I hope this video helped you all. I hope it was informational. I'll probably do a couple more of these here in the near future. Till then, have a great day. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you.